place where you can go, where there's no one to tell you yes or no. If you just look into your heart, you will find there. That's the place to start. If you take a step and take another again, you'll find a better place to land. I know that it can be there someday. You've been waiting for. I know this life can be that one life you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Oh, 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 oh. Today could be the day. Oh, 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 today could be the day.
I'm Jerry Ingram. I'm the owner of Volunteer Home Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage broker company located in Maryville, Tennessee. I love meeting people and just being here for them. We provide all types of mortgages. You just give me a call at 865-238-7500 and online at volunteerhomemortgage.com.
Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. We're making tacos this morning. Actually, I was just in the kitchen just a second ago, boiling some tomatoes. We've got a ton of tomatoes in our garden, and they're getting ready to go bad, and I'm making a bunch of spaghetti sauce. Homemade spaghetti sauce from the fresh tomatoes from our garden. So I had to get the process going this morning while I was helping to get the kids ready for school this morning. And now they're off to school, and here we are this morning together. Sure hope you have a great day. Hey, listen, today, well, let's just talk about yesterday for a second. Then we're going to dive into the details on Hurricane Melissa here in just a second because we've got a Category 5 hurricane barreling down on Jamaica. But the rain showers yesterday brought us much needed rain. Now, we are going to stay dreary and damp throughout the day today. We've got a lot of low-level moisture trapped in the atmosphere, and then more rain sets up shop as we get into the day tomorrow. But before we go any further, let me just give you the latest information from the National Hurricane Center. I don't know if you saw the social media tweets yesterday and from the National Hurricane Center, but the hurricane hunters actually found birds inside the eye wall where it's really calm. It's high pressure inside the eye wall of the hurricane. That's why we have clear skies typically, and you get that stadium effect around the hurricane itself. But winds are now at 175 miles per hour, gusting to 215, and it is just off the coast of Jamaica right now. It took a little bit more of a westerly turn, so that makes more of Jamaica into the direct bullseye of the storm system itself. So this is going to be catastrophic for sure and historic. No doubt about that. Let me go back to the latest track from the National Hurricane Center. So expected to make landfall probably as a Category 4, moving over Jamaica as a Category 3, then back up to Category 5, down to a Category 4 as it moves its way over eastern Cuba. And so still a very powerful storm system. And then it's going to be barreling its way all the way towards Bermuda as maybe a Category 1 hurricane as it continues to weaken and strengthen, but slow moving, and that's going to be creating just a nasty, nasty mess and a dangerous storm for sure for folks in Jamaica. So thoughts and prayers to folks in Jamaica. If you've never been there, it's a beautiful part of the world. My wife and I spent some time there not too long ago when she graduated nursing school. I think I talked about that yesterday. All right, let's see. Let's go into the details on what's going on with our storm system. I'll start you off first things first here this morning with a look at yesterday's forecast highs. We made it to 54 degrees. I think I was forecasting 56 degrees. We picked up an inch, 1.34 inches at McGee Tyson Airport. So beneficial and much needed rain for sure. We picked up over an inch in Crossville, over an inch and 3/4 in Chattanooga, over half an inch in Tri-Cities. That was just yesterday. Tri-Cities has seen more rain through the overnight hours and again early this morning because when you look at the system itself, it's still moving its way on out, but we have that lingering moisture. So it's a soggy, damp start to the day. You can see the radar there, and just right there. So we still have some light rain showers. So we've got some fog out there. We got mizzle. We got some mizzle out there. Some mist and drizzle. But on the left-hand side of the screen, notice the storm system that's moving its way out of the Rockies and into the Great Plains. That's our next weather maker. So we're on this wave train, if you will. That's going to bring us disturbance after disturbance after disturbance. So one's moved its way on through, another one comes up on Wednesday, and then another one possibly Sunday into Monday or Saturday, Sunday timeframe. Probably not going to produce a lot of rainfall on that third one or the third one, I guess, technically. But it's still possible that it's going to bring us some rain showers over the weekend. So this is what's going on the radar. Radar recap here over the last 3 hours, and some light drizzle, some rain. Even though it's not necessarily raining on the radar, we have that fog out there this morning, and that's giving us the mist and the drizzle. So again, we'll take you back outside. Live look from Anakeesta, and we are just socked in to get the day started. Current temperature is not bad. We're in the 40s and 50s, so it feels pretty good, but we're just not going to warm up a whole lot throughout the day today. And thanks to the clouds, and the clouds aren't going anywhere. So the morning rain showers will eventually kind of dissipate. But I think it's going to be, again, one of those days where when you look at the profile of the atmosphere on a skew T log P, go look that one up for you. Google that one, skew T log P's. Anyways, it gives you a 3D dimension of what the atmosphere is looking like. Dew points, temperatures, instability, all the things. So we look at that for severe weather. We look at it a lot for winter weather. It really helps out to see the profile of the atmosphere versus just looking at weather maps. And the profile this morning is up to about 5,000 feet. In the lowest levels of the atmosphere, we are saturated. And so that gives me an indication that this fog, mist, and drizzle will stick around for the better part of the day. So I just think it's going to be a dreary, damp day from sunrise to sunset. But I think, as we get into the evening rush hour and whatnot, we're not necessarily looking at rainfall. Rainfall amounts from now through 7 o'clock, albeit on the light side, it's still going to be one of those dreary, damp days. Forecast highs, because of all this, just don't warm up a whole lot. We're only going to make it into the upper 50s to low 60s. So we're still trending about 10 degrees below average for this time of the year. All right, let's continue. As I said, we've got another storm system on the way, heading our way tomorrow. So overnight tonight, we're overcast gray. Here comes the rain. The rain train moves its way back in, and it's going to be a soggy start to our Wednesday morning. I know a lot of you on social media are like, come on, Witcher, this is enough already. I know, beggars can't be, whatever the saying is. Blanking on the saying this morning. Maybe I need 5 more cups of coffee. Beggars can't be choosers, right? That's the phrase. Anyways, yeah, I mean, well, listen, we need the rain. So and we've talked about this leading up to this event, that we're looking at the possibility of a month's worth of rain just this week. So we've picked up over an inch of rain in most locations, likely to pick up an additional inch to maybe 2 inches as this system swings on through. So watch this. Wednesday morning, it's going to be soggy. Wednesday is going to be a wash, rinse, repeat from what we saw yesterday. Here comes the area of low pressure. Rain showers moving on in from south to north. Low starts to work its way on in. That's going to keep us with lingering showers on into our Thursday, at least Thursday morning, before we start to see improving conditions throughout our Thursday and our Friday for Halloween. All right, so an additional 1 to maybe pockets of 2 inches of rainfall cannot be ruled out with this next round coming through tomorrow. So elevated rain chances, everybody's getting wet tomorrow. Rain chances start to fade away Thursday. Friday, 20%, maybe lingering early in the morning. Probably not a whole lot. We'll likely have a lot more sunshine. So I think Friday for Halloween is going to be fantastic, albeit on the cool side for trick-or-treaters. All right, so let's talk about our next wave. That's going to be heading our way after Wednesday and Thursday. We've got another one Saturday, Sunday. So watch this. Saturday is likely to be just fine with that filtered sunshine. So we're not looking at a lot of sunshine here over the next several days. Here comes the systems through the day on Sunday. So Sunday, we'll see increasing light rain showers. Sunday night into Monday, the rain showers will be with us. Monday into Tuesday, it starts to move its way on out. At which point we will all rejoice. So here's your 7-day forecast. Again, average high is 68 degrees for this time of the year. We're dropping into the low, mid, and upper 50s, maybe a few pockets of 60s from time to time. Lows will be in the 30s and 40s, so we're not talking about significantly cold weather to set up shop. Just definitely a rainy weather pattern. And I think trick-or-treaters will be just fine as we head off to do some trick-or-treating. We also still have the possibility of maybe some light snow, albeit it's, there is still an opportunity for maybe just a light dusting of snow across the highest peaks of the Smokies. Not going to add up to a whole lot by any stretch. The other thing is Saturday night, before we go off to bed, we have to fall back 1 hour. It's that time, my friends. We fall back 1 hour come Saturday night. technically 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. But if you don't set your clocks back 1 hour for Saturday night, then you are going to be late. No matter how many years I've done this, you always sit there and do the math, and you're like, we're gonna be late or we're gonna be early. So we fall back, so we would be early. You would be early to church on Sunday. But then again, all of our electronics do it for us pretty much manually anyways. So anyways, what's up, Valley Anderton? Valley Anderton, what's up? Is that the Miss Anderton I know from B97.5? Is that who you are? I can't tell by the profile picture. Lisa has got over 2 inches here at the Knox-Anderson County line in Powell. So that's my point, right? So yes, a lot more rain is on the way. Let's see. Would you suggest moving trick-or-treating events inside for Wednesday, 6 p.m. in Jefferson City? Probably. More likely than not, yes. So if you have trunk-or-treaters or trick-or-treating things going on Wednesday night through churches and whatnot, you probably want to put them inside. But, check in tomorrow. We'll time everything out tomorrow morning for you, just to be on the safe side. So Seth says, boo fallback. I hate the time change. Whoa, hate's a strong word there, pal. Hate's a strong word. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the time change as well. Cassie says, oh, yay, what a great gift. I'm looking forward to the extra hour. You are. I don't like this time. I don't like the time change. I wish we'd just keep it status quo. I just heard the chicken making their egg call in my flower bed. Gawk! It's breakfast time, my friends. Breakfast time. Well, what's up, Val? How are you, my friend? Everybody, Val, everybody. She is on B97.5 middays. Since I do radio weather for B97.5, she and I get to hang out. I miss hanging out with you. I haven't seen you for a long time, my friend. But it is good to see you on here, for sure. You're very welcome. Let's see. Garage Gym Jen. So I'm guessing your name's just Jen. Jennifer, Jen. I agree with this hate. That it's a strong word, or you just don't like the time change? Which one? I don't like the time change. It's the worst. And it always puts everybody in a weird mood for like a couple of days going, trying to figure it all out. Oh my gosh. Taco Tuesday? Yes. Actually, we're doing spaghetti tonight with homemade spaghetti sauce. So I'm going to be doing homemade spaghetti sauce today. I don't know if you saw it on social media yesterday, but I actually made my very first batch of tomato bacon jam. And shockingly, so many people on social media were like, what is tomato bacon jam? Like, how have you not? Do you live here in East Tennessee? Have you had a fried green tomato, or an awesome smash burger from a great restaurant that's got tomato bacon jam on it? If you've not, I highly recommend it. Tomato bacon jam on a smash burger, is amazing. And on fried green tomatoes with some pimento cheese. Like, put me away. Let me lay down for a day and just take a nap because it's so darn good. I'm serious. If you've not had it, you need to. I really recommend it. All right. So we're overcast and gray up at Anakeesta, stuck in the clouds there, but not necessarily the case everywhere. Actually, we'll go back to this camera. So that's a live look there from West Knoxville at Fox Road Marina. But again, this is going to be kind of the day-to-day, just kind of an overcast, gray, dreary day. But guess what time it is? It's time to dance, my friends. Ain't nobody want to see me dancing. That's true. I'm as wide as they come when it comes to dancing. I do not have any moves. I mean, I used to back in the day. In college, I won the Michael Jackson Beat It dance off, just so you know. But I'm not good. Nobody was good at that point. All right, so today is National Wild Foods Day. All right, we got wild mushrooms. Wild Foods Day. All right. But it's also October 28th, so we're celebrating birthdays and events. Any birthdays out there, any events coming up, give us a big shout out. It's currently 54 right now in Alexandria, Tennessee. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Dwayne. Just leave the time the same all year round. They do that in Arizona. Why can't we not do that here? What's up, Will? How are you this morning? Good morning to you. All right, it's National First Responders Day. Big shout out to first responders. They've got an insanely crazy job because they're first on the scene of something disastrous usually. Couldn't do it myself. My wife could. I could not. What's up, Andrew? How are you this morning? All right, here we go. So it's also National Internal Medicine Day. Great. Shout out to that. And it's National Chocolate Day. I'll do the white chocolate or any kind of chocolate with like some caramel in it. I can do that. So for you chocolate lovers, don't let anybody tell you that you can't have that piece of chocolate today because it's National Chocolate Day. So you just need to go celebrate and eat that. All right, let's talk about your history for the state and history. Obviously, we are making history today with Hurricane Melissa. We'll go back to Melissa coming up here in just a second to give you the latest on that. But it will be making landfall here over the next couple of hours. Not a good situation at all for Jamaica. All right, so in 1989, a storm crossing the western U.S. produced 10 to 20 inches of snow across the northern and central Wyoming, with 22 inches being reported in Burgess Junction. I believe 1989, so let's see, I was in middle school. And I believe Colorado got that snowstorm as well. In 1988, Arctic cold air invaded the northern central U.S. Valentine, Nebraska dipped down to 8 degrees above zero, with Cut Bank, Montana reporting a morning low of 1 degree below zero. Yikes, that's cold. In 1987, thunderstorms over the San Joaquin Valley of California produced 3/4 of an inch of rain in 30 minutes in Placerville and caused numerous power outages due to lightning. In 1971, a severe early season blizzard raged across the Plateau region and the Rocky Mountain region. Heavy snow blocked railroads and interstate highways, and record cold accompanied the storm. Lander, Wyoming received 27 inches of snow, and the temperature at Big Piney, Wyoming plunged to 15 degrees below zero. And in 1936, the temperature in Layton, New Jersey dipped down to 9 degrees above zero to establish a state record for the month of October. And now let's talk about some world history. In 1970, let's do the quote first, shall we? How had he dared to tell her that he loved her? His life had hitherto moved in separate ways. In one he had killed, in another he had been a friend, in yet another the lover and girls met by chance. A new life, indeed. For the first time, he realized that there was only one life. There is no old and new life. Nothing in life sinks into oblivion, and no act can be undone. That was Jerzy Anderwitski. All right, I move on. The movie Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park aired on NBC in 1978. In 1965, the Gateway Arch along the waterfront in St. Louis, Missouri was completed. Have you ever been through the Gateway to the west? The Arch in St. Louis, if you've never been, it's really cool. You can take scooters right around there, all through downtown St. Louis. It's really fun. And you can take the scooters all the way to the thing, go all the way to the top. It is crazy. It is kind of crazy scary, but it's crazy to be at the top. Cruel Hound and Hound Dog had been number one for 11 weeks. That's pretty cool. In 1949, U.S. President Harry Truman swore in Eugene Moore Anderson and the U.S. ambassador to Denmark. Anderson was the first woman to hold the post of ambassador. That was 1949. That's cool. In 1904, the St. Louis Police Department became the first to use fingerprinting. Well, there you go. That was 1904. In 1886, the Statue of Liberty was dedicated in New York Harbor by U.S. President Cleveland. The statue weighs 225 tons and stands at a whopping 152 feet tall. I've never been to the top of the Statue of Liberty. It was closed when I was there in New York City twice. Never been to the top of it, but I have been to Ellis Island and to the base of the Statue of Liberty, which is really cool if you've never seen that. And in 1636, Harvard College was founded in Massachusetts. The original name was Court of Massachusetts Bay Colony. It was the first school of higher education in America. The more you know. All right, let's take you to Anderson County this morning for Valerie Anderton. I don't know, Val. Sorry about that. If you're still sticking around, maybe you're not. All right, that's live look in downtown Clinton, Anderson County. It's a soggy, wet start to the day. Not necessarily a rainy day for most, although you can see some showers still hanging out with us in parts of Blount County, Tri-Cities, the mist and drizzle hanging out with the rest of us. But not an all-day washout by any stretch. All right, if you missed this at the very beginning, here's the latest information from the National Hurricane Center. The next new track update will be at 10 o'clock this morning, if not before then. Early this morning, I was watching. They were sending a hurricane hunter into that storm. Hopefully, they don't have to abort it. They've had to abort it, but again, this is a historical storm barreling down on Jamaica with winds of 175 miles per hour, gusting to 215 within the eye wall. That's insane. It's expected to make landfall as a Category 5 hurricane. Over the next couple of hours, I'll be posting more on social media as this continues to move its way on shore. Very, very sad situation that's ongoing out there. Any hurricane, obviously, but when it makes landfall, and you know, you got to realize that this is a place where people visit and frequent and travel and vacation to all year round. All year round. My wife and I were at Montego Bay. That's where we were. So Montego Bay is where we were. And I don't know. So there's Montego Bay on the north side. So they're probably going to be on the northwestern side of the storm. So not as bad as the northeastern side of the storm. The northeastern side of the storm is the worst part of the storm because that's where you get the big giant storm surge. That's where you get the tornadoes. That's where you get, you know, all the things. And with the land falling hurricane. All right. How are we all doing this morning? All right. I talked a lot this morning. We had a lot to talk about. You were 19. Wait, are you older than me? I don't think you're older than me, Andrew. How old are you? There you go. Julie says yes to chocolate day. And first responders are amazing. Where are the wild Twinkies? They don't make those, Chris. They don't make wild maybe somewhere. I'm not making you hungry, am I? Make you some salsa, lots of onions and peppers. Ooh, salsa's good. Maybe I've got a ton. I probably have, I don't know, 10 to 20 pounds of tomatoes that I blanched. I put them in cold water before the show this morning. So then when we get done with the show, I'll go take the skins off and start cooking them down. Maybe I will make some salsa. I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. You'll be 55 in December. What? You are not that old, my friend. There is no way you are going to be 55 in December. I do not believe that one single bit. You look great. Good for you, buddy. You're not an old dude. You don't look like you're 55. That's for darn sure. Prayers for Jamaica for sure. All right. Let's see what kind of pictures we have. I think we have some new Witchers pictures to pass along to you this morning. I think I can. Reopen it though. Let's get back to the content. Doesn't seem to be showing up. Nope, I don't think I have any new pictures this morning. Nope, no new pictures this morning. Nothing to take a picture of yesterday. Right? For those of you that have been asking on social media, you know that I have a merch shop online at eastnweather.com. You can check that out and grab yourself a t-shirt, a hoodie, an umbrella, which we desperately need this right about now. We've got coffee mugs, we've got tumblers, and a lot more. I have now pushed my merch shop onto my wife. So ladies, she's working on some ladies merch, not the unisex merch, but the ladies merch. And we're working on some new designs as well. So that should be a lot of fun. Hopefully. Anyways, there's no way. You are too, Julie? Well, I'm usually the old one out of all my friends. You need yourself a coffee mug for sure. That is the truth. All right, we're going to wrap things up here this morning. It is Taco Tuesday. It's going to be an overcast, gray, kind of a dreary, damp day at times. Not dreary and wet all day long. Kind of dreary and damp, or at least just kind of overcast and gray. Maybe some mist and drizzle, or rather mizzle, throughout the day. Rain showers move back in overnight tonight and through the day tomorrow into Thursday. We dry out for Halloween, but another wave sets in as we get into our Sunday and Monday with another chance for more rain to set up shop. We're on the wave train, the rain train. That's where we are. I wouldn't believe you were 72 either. You all look great. What are you doing? Taking care of yourselves or something? grab a cup of coffee. Have a great day. We'll see you back here for Wake Up with Witcher tomorrow morning. And of course, I'll be posting more on social media throughout the day today. Like and share, subscribe. Don't forget to download the East Tennessee Weather app. If you're on Facebook and you haven't downloaded it yet, go to your app store and search East Tennessee Weather. All one word. Look for the orange TN and the white lightning bolt. All right, my friends, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short.
There's a barbed wire man with a concrete soul and a dream just to fly free. There's a spray can sitting, it could light up the show if you gave it to me. This army of sinners forgot to fight for a cause, while the visionaries run a race that's already lost. And it's you, oh it's you. It's you, oh it's you. There's a schoolboy standing up in front of an army, shoes in the mud and the wet paint, twists and turns up the alley just like it should. So your colors, they start, and it's stripping you off your balance. So you